Good morning, everyone. I'm going to work a little on strengthening glutes today. So firstly, we're going to open the hips a little. So crossing your shins deeply. Flex the feet as much as you can. And then take your hips back a little so the front shin is parallel to the edge of your mat. And then lift up. So lift up through your core, lift your chest, lean forward, walk your fingertips away from you. Relax your head and shoulders. And then press the fingers down. And pull them back towards you so you feel your hips. Front leg hip stretching. Walk the fingertips back. Change to have the other leg in front. Have that shin parallel to the edge of the mat. Lift up, then lean forward, walk the fingertips away. Press your fingertips down. Drag them towards you so you feel your shoulder blades come down your back. Inhale, coming back up. Uncross your legs. Take your legs wide. Flex your feet. Press the backs of your thighs down. Then clench your hands in front of you, reach your arms straight. You're going to draw big circles around. I can't go back to the sofa, but go back as far as you can. It's called churning the mill, so just big circles. And then turn the other way. Okay, then bring the legs in. Straighten your legs. Bend your right leg. Keep the left leg strong. Flex the foot. Press the back of the thigh down. And just a gentle twist. One hand behind you, so your right hand behind you. Raffles, stop it. Bolting noises. Hug your left arm around your right knee. Lift up nice and tall. And then revolve to look behind you. Hug that knee into you. Then inhale and come back to center. Exhale, release. Other side, bend the left leg. Left hand behind you. Hug the right knee in. Lift up. Chest lift, squeeze your core. Press through the back of the right thigh, keeping that leg strong, and revolve behind you. Inhale, back to center, and come to stand. Okay, so we're going to do we're going to start off with one Surya Namaskar A, and then one Surya Namaskar B. So standing in mountain. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, palms up, feel the stretch, lifting up through the thighs, the core. Exhale, folding forward, tipping the tailbone up. Inhale, halfway lift, extending, keep lifting up strongly through the thighs. Exhale, palms down, step back. Lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. So hug the elbows in and then draw them towards your waist. Press the pubic bone down, feel the core engage. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and then start to walk your dog. Okay. Inhaling, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Come forward to Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling to chair pose. So inhale, sit down, take your knees back, reach the arms up, and look between your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down. Stepping back, lowering through Chaturanga, but pause in Chaturanga, low press up, then lowering to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one on the right side. Turn your left foot out, toes pointing slightly forward. Bring the right leg behind you, knee to nose. Place the foot between your hands, coming up. Swivel the hips to the front. Sink through the right knee. Bring your arms up, palms together. As you reach your palms away from you, lift up through the chest, lean back. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, palms down. Lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to down dog. Warrior one on the left side. Left leg lifts up, knee to nose. Place the left foot between your hands, but making sure the feet are hip distance apart to help. Swivel the hips to the front, sink through the left knee, driving through the right heel. So really feeling that stretch in the calf. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, palms down. Lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to down dog. Take 3 breaths. So starting with your knees bent and up on your toes. Push through the palms. Lift your tailbone as high as you can, and then start to take the thigh bones back, descending the heels, but trying to keep that lift through the hips. Inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Come forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Inhale to chair pose. Rising up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, coming down to tabletop. Wrists a bit sore today. Give yours a wiggle if they feel the same. Okay. So tuck your toes under. And you're going to take the right knee up, but you want to have the knee in line with the hip. Flex the right foot, and then you're going to do little pulses up. Just keep There's little pulses. You want to try and keep the hips level so you're not rolling up the right side of the hip up. Okay, place that knee down. Other side. Keep the arms nice and straight. Lift the thigh or the knee so it's in line with the hip. Keep the hips level and then pulse that heel up. Just little pulses. Okay, place the knees back down. Now we're going to take the right leg up to the side, bar hydrant. So you want to bring the knees back together and then take the knee, keep the right foot flexed, knees coming up beside the hip and touch it back down, lift back up. Try to not sag through the chest, so you want to keep the arms nice and straight. Knee down to the other side. Use your breath. And back down. Then we're going to try airplane kicks. So this is with a straight leg. You're going to bring the leg to the side, so the toes point forward and then back. To the side, back. Try and keep it high if you can. One more. And then the other side. Oh, that's tough. Knees back down. We're now going to try that. I'm not sure if we can do that. Rex looks very bored with all this, don't you? Right, so we're going to now try that with the opposite arm. So you'll be lifting the leg out to the side and take the other arm out in line with the shoulder. So it comes forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Last one. Oh. Blimey. Other side. So taking the arm out. One more. How are your glutes feeling? Okay. Come to stand. We're going to come into high lunge, but we're going to keep the back leg bent. So I'm going to take the right leg back, feet hip distance apart. Bend the back knee so you're up on the toes, hands to hips, and just little pulses down. So you're keeping the front knee bent. Okay, step forward. Just shake other side, left foot back. But making sure you go back far enough so that when you bend down, your knee doesn't come too far forward of the ankle, the front knee. So bend the back knee, little pulses down. Keep your torso nice and strong, lift up through your core. Bring your elbows slightly towards each other so you're squeezing the shoulder blades. Okay. Step forward. Now, feet hip distance apart. Take your centre of gravity over, I'll mirror you, your right leg. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Straighten and point your toes. Spread your toes a little, give them a wiggle. Activate the lower leg muscles as well. So you want to lift up strongly through the core. Relax your shoulders down. Lift the leg, lift, lift, lift. Bend and release. Then same leg. Inhale, lift up. Take the back of your hand against the inside of the knee, so you're not holding onto the leg. So lift the knee up to hip height and then guide the leg out. But feel almost that little external rotation of the upper thigh to help open through the hip. Lift up strongly through the left leg, right leg, sorry. Inhale, back to center, point. Keep breathing, keep the chest lifted. Bend your knee, release, down. Other side. Centre of gravity, in the middle. Centre of gravity goes over the left leg. Inhale, the right leg up. Here comes the sun over the mountain top, across my knee. Okay, the hand comes to the inside, that little external rotation at the top of the thigh. Take the knee out, lift up through the standing leg, lift your chest up, guide that leg out. So don't allow, only go as far as you can still keep your hips level to the edge of your mat. So it doesn't matter if you're just here, wherever you can. Inhale, come back to center, hands to hips, point. Strongly lifting up through the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, bend the leg and place it back down. Give it a shake. So coming into warrior 3. So we're going to I'll start on the left leg so you can see where I'm going. So bending down through the left knee, touch the right foot behind you, and then we're going to bring the arms forward. So arms forward, palms facing each other, and then lift up through the left thigh, press the right heel away from you. Start to reach the arms forward, push through the right heel, but you want to try and lower the right side of the hip so the hips are level. Feel how strongly you have to pull up through the left thigh. And then inhale, float the right foot next to the left. Other side, bend through the right leg, touch the left toes behind you, reach the arms forward, and then almost pressing up through the sole of the right foot, press the left heel behind you, lift the leg, lift up, straighten the right thigh, lower the left side of the hip so the knee and the foot are pointing down. And then inhale, coming up, place the foot back down, take a breath. Now we're going to come into chair pose, Utkatasana, so feet hip distance apart. And try not to grip with your toes, so you want to spread your toes, just place them down, and then you're going to hands to hips first, sit back, find your neutral spine, so making sure you're not sticking the bottom up or tucking tailbone under, neutral spine, and then take your knees back a little, sink down a little further, so you want to make sure the angle of your ankles isn't too strong. Bring your arms forward, so reach away from you, look between your thumbs, but then plug the arm bones back in so the shoulder blades slide down your back. And now we're going to come up onto our toes, sit down a little more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to stand. Take a breath. Come back into chair pose. So sitting down, take the knees back, bring the arms forward. Come up onto your toes. And then sink down, sink the hips down. Really squeeze through the thighs. You're also squeezing the shins to the midline. And look between your thumbs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Give the legs a little shake. And we can do this once more. Obviously take a break if you need to, see how you feel. But this time we're going to do little pulses. So like we did when we had the heel up behind us, just small, really small movements. So you're going to sit back, chair pose, bring your arms forward, but plug the arm bones back in so you feel the shoulder blades really connected to your back body. Come up onto your toes, sink the hips down, squeeze the knees and the shins towards each other so they're parallel. Don't allow them to roll out, and then pulse the bottom going up and down. Trying to keep the whole of the 5 toes on the mat. Inhale, come up, exhale, release. Then we're going to come into a squat. So you might want to, if you find it difficult to keep your heels on the ground, you can have a cushion under your heels to help, but take the feet wide, turn the toes out. Malasana, garland pose we call this. Sinking down, if you can, you'll come right, be able to sit right down, sink your hips down, your bottom down. So either you need to prop the heels so that you're not just up on your toes trying to balance there. You want to have your heels pressing into something. You can roll your mat up, have that under your heels. So as you're sitting down, trying to lower your bottom towards the mat. Same thing that you can also rest, if this is a bit too intense through the knees, you can rest your bottom on your block or a firm cushion or something. Now you want to bring your palms together, lift up through your chest. So that means squeeze your core, lift up the chest, and then press the palms towards your heart center so you can feel that spread through the thighs. Just settle into this a moment. Okay, release your hands, lift your hips, bring your feet parallel, just come up nice and slowly. We're going to come down onto the mat. So line your front, coming into Shalabhasana, locust. So forehead on the mat, arms by your side with the palms facing up, cobra legs. So bring your legs parallel, press the tops of the feet into the mat and your pubic bone, and then feel that strength all the way from the tops of the feet coming out through the crown of the head. And now inhale, lift. So the arms come up, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other and reach your hands towards your lifted toes. So also you want to roll your thighs under you so you can make sure your knees and feet are facing downwards. Palms reach towards your heels, so shoulders away from ears. gaze is down. Use your breath. And then exhale, just relax down, turn onto one cheek. Inhale again into locust. Now pay attention to your glutes here. So they're going to want to, if they're stronger than fronts of thighs, as you squeeze your glutes, your legs will slightly roll outwards. So you want to internally rotate the thighs, reach your hands towards your heels, point your toes. Strengthen your back body as much as your glutes. Exhale, release, turn your cheek the other way to lie down. And then inhale, coming up. Come up into down dog. So palms shoulder width apart, lifting up into down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you and then come into pigeon. So right knee goes behind right wrist. Point the toes across to the other side of the mat. Back a little and then slide your left leg back. Flatten the foot. Walk your fingertips back towards the front knee so you can settle the hips down. And if you feel you're leaning over to the right, then just use your block or cushion prop so you don't sit down on the right buttock. You want to prop yourself up. When you've got that downward sink of the hips, then you can take your hands forward. If it feels good, you'll fold. Just come to wherever feels comfortable. Well, not comfortable, but you should be getting a decent stretch through the back of the thigh, the hip, the glute. Then coming back up onto your palms, tuck the left toes under, lift the right leg up behind you, give it a shake, and then down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up, left knee behind left wrist, bring the foot across, pointing down to the right side of the mat and slide the right leg back. Bring your fingertips back towards your front knee so you can settle the hips evenly and then fold. And of course, all these poses you can take your own time after. If you feel that any of these, like this one, I know I could sit in this one for some time, it would be really beneficial. So you can pick through these, like particularly the squat, malasana, and pigeon, very good for helping to open through the glutes and the thigh. I've been doing hill running, or rather not hills, mountains, so glutes are definitely needing a bit of a stretch. Okay, palms down, tuck the right toe under, lift the left leg up, give it a shake, and then come to sit on your mat. Sitting up nice and tall, closing your eyes, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste. Have a great day, everybody.